Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and this is COVID-19 World News. The topic of focus today is Israel Pfizer Vaccine Protection Report. Before I go into the feature presentation, I would like you to take a look at my book on COVID-19 pandemic, which is available on Amazon.com. And also check my other publications while you are there. So let us jump right into the main feature presentation for today, which is Israel COVID vaccine, especially Pfizer vaccine protection report. Just to give you an overview, Israel has a population of 9.05 million people, and Israel has administered close to 2.6 or 7 million doses. So 30% of the Israel's population has already received COVID vaccination, primarily Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. And here are some interesting statistics. As I said, Israel has 29% of the population which has received the vaccine as of January 24, 2021. This is the number of people who have received both the first and the second dose. That is equal to 1.06 million. Specifically, they looked at 50,777 patients who were 60 years or older, and they looked at the overall group and the people who had received the vaccine, which was comprising of this population study group. On day 23, that is 2 days after the second dose, there was a 60% reduction in hospitalizations. The overall incidence was 18% in the non-vaccinated group compared to 6% in the vaccinated group. Until day 13, the infection rates were similar in the vaccinated versus the non-vaccinated group. Reduction in the infection rate after 18 days following the first dose of vaccine. So, based on this study, we can conclude that Pfizer BioNTech vaccine reduced the infection rate by 60% by day 23. Generally, the Pfizer BioNTech company recommends that you have to wait till 7 days after the second dose, or maybe 14 days after the second dose, to get 95% protection rate. In a field study involving a large number of patients, the Israeli vaccine protection study showed that there was a 60% reduction in the infection rate in the treatment group. This is a little bit less than what was observed in the clinical studies, but nonetheless, this is real field data which will be quite useful. Couple of things that we learned is that within the first 14 days, there is no appreciable decrease in the incidence of COVID infection, whereas it begins to show improvement only after 18 days following the first dose of the vaccine. So many times we have people coming back with the COVID symptoms after they had received the vaccine, and this will explain as when the protection from the COVID vaccine actually begins. It's almost like close to 2.5 to 3 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a brief presentation on Israel Pfizer Vaccine Protection Report. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and before I conclude, I would like to again draw your attention to COVID-19 Pandemic, an international guide on Amazon.com. You have been watching COVID-19 World News. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and please do subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time.